Good evening, folks. This is Tegridy Cactus here. It is Thursday, January 11th at 8:48 p.m. and we have poison hemlock. All right. Right off the rip, all parts of this plant are toxic. Do not touch or consume, and if you have to touch, wear gloves, protective eyewear, and long sleeves. All right, let's get to the nitty-gritty of it here. Poison hemlock is part of the Aspiaceae family. All right, is a biannual, hardy to zones 4 through 8. Biannual means the first year it spends establishing its roots and is in the rosette or foliage stage, and the second year it blooms and then basically dies. Alrighty, came over to the States from Europe during the 1800s and sold as an ornamental garden plant, but was marketed as a winter evergreen. As you can see, it is almost the middle of January. We've had snow, we've had ice, we've had hail, we've had temperatures down to the teens, and this is still green. All right, some distinct features of the poison hemlock are hollow stems as well as purple splotches on the stems. Okay, some differences between poison hemlock and some of the other plants that I might be confused with, such as Queen Anne's lace or wild carrot, which both have umbrella, dainty-like white flowers. Is poison hemlock has purple splotches on the stems. Queen Anne's lace has little hairs along the stems. Think of the queen has hairy legs. Also, water hemlock does not have hollow stems such as poison hemlock. All right, but all of these are extremely, extremely close in appearance. Look at this taproot on these guys. Yeah. Also, water hemlock versus poison hemlock is water hemlock is not as ferny, ferny, such as poison hemlock. All right, I have found this growing in multiple locations, and all of them are found almost growing directly near a water source or a riverbank. All right, look at this root here. If I stretch it out, basically a foot. A fun fact, deer can and will eat poison hemlock. Remember, what's good for the goose might not be good for the gander, and vice versa. What is toxic and poisonous to us humans, some animals can eat it, such as poison ivy. Deer's another one that can eat poison ivy. And deer will eat fucking anything. Okay. This plant was actually considered kind of rare up until about 30 years ago. So, mid-90s, 1995, 96, 97, 98. And then it just exploded, and you can find it growing wild. It's very important to educate the youth of today as to what you can touch and what you can't. My advice to anyone is wear gloves, wash your hands, don't touch your eyes, and definitely stay away from anything with clusters of white flowers on them. White snakeroot's another one. Yeah, don't eat this plant either. Don't touch it. Like I said, it's in several languages, and do not consume. What else can I say about this? All right, the best way to remove poison hemlock is to rip it up entirely. All right, from the ground, taproot and all. Try to get it during the first year, before it gets too established. Do not mow over this plant, as it will not get the roots. Do not burn this plant. Do not eat this plant. Did I mention wash your hands? And don't touch your eyes. Also, this plant, the poison hemlock that you see before you, that I am holding barehanded, with a glove somewhere right there, spreads exclusively via seeds. One mature plant can drop up to 38,000 seeds in a season. All right, and they drop not far from the mother plant. Okay, and they can also be dispersed via rainwater, the wind, or other animals carrying them around. All right, guys. This was also the way of death that Socrates, the philosopher, chose, was drinking poison hemlock tea. All right, guys. This is Tegridy Cactus reminding you to stay safe, stay green, hit that big red subscribe, and this is poison hemlock. Deuces.